Leo 23, a bareback rider. So this is someone in the circus demonstrating a skill, an audacious skill that's quite dangerous, and brings us to the understanding of that part of life where we have to learn something which is non-ordinary, and if we don't learn it properly, then we have potentially a failure which could result in injury or damage to our lives. And this audacity, this risk-taking, is an aspect of life. If we don't include this as an aspect of life, then the absence of it means that we die a slow death, figuratively speaking. This is the boring, grey, 9-to-5 rhythm of life which has become a rut and has become our security blanket. We get locked into that unless we're willing to take risks. And the quality of audacity is what we're talking about. We're not talking about reasonable risks. We're talking about risks that can only be validated from a higher dimension. Sometimes we do things based on what's called a gut instinct. I doubt if it comes from the gut. I think it's an inspired thing that comes down to us from the higher reaches of self. The soul consciousness lets us know that it will be all right if we do that, or just says, look, just do that. Just do that. And we don't care if it's all right because it's so important. We're trained not to be audacious. We're punished if we are audacious. You think back to your school days, and however light and exciting and amusing and entertaining some little rascal was behaving and everyone was pleased with it, there's someone there to tell them off. You mustn't do that. Get back to your seat. I remember my chemistry lessons on a sunny afternoon in springtime, and I looking out the window, and I couldn't understand how that out there was not mine, and this in here was what I was forced to endure. I just could never understand that. I couldn't understand it then, and I can't understand it now, and I refuse. And this is the thing, you have to refuse. You have to refuse to put up with this death in life imposed upon us by society and the people that want to train us to be enslaved, to support their money-making corporate system. It's horrible. And yet it cannot survive our audacity. In large numbers, if we all behave audaciously and we say, look, no, I'm not fitting into this ridiculous constraint that I'm required to make my money, I'm not going to do it, and just take the risk, then what this degree is telling us is that will be supported in some way. It won't be supported in terms of comfort and security. That's not consistent with audacity. In fact, you could draw up a formula here, the extent to which you have capitulated on your spirited life by embracing comfort and security, and the extent to which you have given up comfort and security in order to be audacious. The soul is audacious, is audacity almost. The soul is fiery and free and spirited and absolutely unable, absolutely unwilling, cannot fit within a rut of somebody else's making. Now the thing about this activity is that it's dangerous, and we have to develop new skills in the moment. New ideas, new decision-making abilities. We have to bring to the table, as it were, what is required to deal with the matter at hand. And if we put ourselves in harm's way, which we're talking about, put yourself in harm's way sometimes, in order that you develop the ability to survive harm. without the test of a really dangerous, truly dangerous situation, you're not going to develop the skills to cope with dangerous situations. It's common sense, isn't it? And we go on holidays for a couple of weeks a year, which is an opportunity for us to do this audacious thing. And yet, most people go and sit on a beach somewhere, and they enjoy stagnation of a different sort. That's not the path of a spiritual seeker at all. We have to trust that whatever we need in any situation, however dangerous it is, whatever we need, we have somewhere within us, that we've got the capacity not only to cope and survive. That's not the point of it, but the point is to turn it into something to our advantage, to capitalize upon it, to take every dangerous situation and turn it around. See it as an opportunity. See it as an aspect of our training, an aspect of our development of experience, and therefore through that knowledge, an aspect of our evolutionary program, an aspect of our gate to freedom. These are non-ordinary events in life, and they're not safe. And if we avoid them, then we avoid life, and we avoid growth as well, and we die off.